Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for OC, and you just completed, it looks like, a full-length practice test, and you got 95. Now we have a pretty good idea where you are. And first of all, congratulations, you have a very strong score. I think that your original goal was 100, but now you say you want to get 110. So I'm going to recommend right now, and I will include a link into this email. I'm going to recommend, if you want to get 100, you're probably looking at my 30-day TOEFL study guide. That'll give you practice for about 4 weeks. Now remember that you can use my course any way you want. You already know you have complete access to all 630 of my lessons in the pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, listening, reading, writing, and speaking areas, right? So the study guide is a recommendation. Now, if you want to get 110 now, that's a totally different situation. You probably will need to study about 3 months. So I would probably recommend my 90-day TOEFL study guide if you want to get 110. So if you want 130 days of practice, should be good enough. Excuse me. If you want to get 110, you're probably looking at about 90 days. Does that make sense? So based on your scores. So you also completed, it looks like, a pronunciation pretest. And I'm going to listen to that right now. I'm in the process of downloading it. And let's see what you have to say on that. And if I remember correctly, you're actually answering those 3 specific questions at the end, right? And the purpose of doing that is it gives me an idea of what your overall intelligibility is, and I can give you an intelligibility score. Okay, here it is.
Hi, Michael. Here I go with my second part of my practice test.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here are the questions. What is your educational background and your work history? About my educational background, I'm a civil engineer. I graduated from university 3 years ago. When I graduated, I started working in the government, in one department of the government as engineer, like inspection engineer.
Now, when you want to say 3, 3 years ago, you want to make sure you put that tongue between your teeth when you say that.
I worked there for a year, and after that, I had the opportunity to start my own company with some members of my family, and now I have a brand computer, and we produce televisions, TVs, and laptops now in Venezuela, in our country.
Cool.
Why it is important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English?
Okay.
First of all, I think that in the world where we are living now, everybody has to speak English. In order to...
I want to say that everybody has, not have, right? Let's listen to that one more time.
Abilities of American English. First of all, I think that in the world where we are living now, everybody has to speak English.
I think you said has, but maybe not pronouncing it. Everybody has to speak English.
In order to communicate with everyone in any job you have to speak in English because it's the universal language. And the world is more competitive every day. And why American English? I think for me, as Latin American person, the American English accent is easier than, for example, the British accent. So that's why I really want to improve my American English. Also because I want to do my MBA.
Okay.
So my master will be in English, so I really need to speak in English. Well, also my job is in English too. So I think that English is a must for me.
Good vocabulary. English is a must. Now, most people, non-native speakers, don't know how to use it like that. They might say English is necessary, but English is a must for me. Even though that's a very simple word, you're using it in a colloquial way that shows you have a lot of speaking experience, no doubt.
What do you have to achieve in this course?
All right.
Well, first of all, the scores that I won in the TOEFL test, 105.
Wow.
And also, I think that I really need to improve.
Okay, so you want to get 105. I forgot about that. So if you want to go from 95 to 105, that's probably, I'm going to recommend my 60-day TOEFL study guide for you there. That's probably more appropriate than the 30-day. It doesn't sound like much, but 10 points when you're already really advanced from 95 to 105 is...
My vocabulary. I think I don't have enough vocabulary.
Okay, here's a key. To improve your vocabulary, OC, I'm going to say forget vocabulary lesson 3. Those words are probably a little bit too basic for you, but you can go through the lesson. I mean, go to vocabulary lesson 3, just kind of look through the 150-page book quickly and take a look at the words. If you see mostly words you recognize, then don't study it. Right? However, if you think you're seeing some new words, then study it. Now, in addition to vocabulary lesson 3, you can also improve your vocabulary by learning the words in vocabulary lesson number 4, number 5, and number 6.
For academic purpose?
I want to say they're academic purpose, so you have some word stress issues, academic.
And also to improve my writing and speaking, I think there are 2 topics that are not easy to do alone.
Takes time.
Also because I live in a non-speaking English country.
How did you learn to speak so well, though, if you're in a non-English speaking country? That's the question. Because a lot of people who live in a non-English speaking country, typically they don't have the kind of speaking fluency that you're manifesting here.
So for me, I don't have people that I can exercise my English.
Now, don't be so sure about that, because I know that you live in Venezuela, right? So how about this? Why don't you check out Toastmasters.org. Let me write it on a sheet of paper for you, see if you can see this. Toastmasters is an international speaking organization. Can you see that? This is called Toastmasters.org, and probably in Venezuela there, if you live in a fairly large city, there are probably some organizations there where you show up at a meeting and everybody is there to help practice speaking. Speaking in English, no doubt. So again, check out that website.
I can correct my English, so I really hope to improve my English to academic level.
Right. So what you want to do is start posting independent and integrated speaking practice tests. Now, VoxyPop, my VoxyPop discussion group, no, I don't actually own VoxyPop. I wish I did, but I don't. They are having some problems over the last couple of days, so hopefully maybe tomorrow things will be working better over there.
I think that I answered the 3 questions. Hopefully I can send you this voicemail without a problem. Thank you. Bye.
It's good. You're welcome, and thank you for doing that. Now the question is, you already know some specific lessons that you can focus on in the pronunciation area of my course, right? Now what you want to know right now is, what is your intelligibility score? 1.1 out of 7 would be a beginner, and then 7.7 out of 7 is a native speaker. So in your case, I'm going to put you in the advanced area, 5.1 out of 7. You're definitely very advanced in your speaking. You have a little bit of a non-native speaker accent, but it's not interfering in the meaning of your ideas. Now, to help you continue with your pronunciation, watch TV in English if you can. That's always good. Watch movies in English. Now, if you want to go online, you can go to nationalpublicradio.org, or you can go to TED Talks, Both of these websites, you probably already know of them, but both of these websites have good listening that you can practice, but it's also going to help you with your pronunciation. Now, like I said before, when you go through my videos, my pronunciation videos, read out loud with me as I teach you that information. I think that's going to be very helpful for you with your speaking. Alrighty? Anyway, thank you very much, and keep up the good work. I'm excited. You know a score. You know where you are. I know you had to invest a little bit of money there, but think about it. It's a worthwhile investment. You already know you have very advanced speaking, writing. You're good with your reading and your listening. Of course, you want to get higher than where you are. But anyway, keep up the good work, and let me know when you start posting independent and integrated speaking practice tests, and I'll make sure I grade those in about 24 hours. Now, when you do a writing practice test on my website, you do need to send me an email, and typically my teaching assistant will score those for you. All right?